What's going on, elites? Yes, I know, it is that time again, and I apologize greatly for coming out with this review late, but of course, today I was on schedule to work. However, we're here now, let's get it started. I give you yet another Bleach chapter review with me, Captain TheEliteace. Alright, so this Bleach chapter is titled 496, Kill the Shadow, I believe. So it starts out, we are in Soul Society still, which is cool with me. We're in Soul Society, and we see the unnamed Star Knight. He's walking towards these group of Soul Reapers, and in front of the group of Soul Reapers is I forget his name, but he was in the previous chapters. You know, he's shaking, he's scared, he's telling them to stop, stop where you are, don't come any closer. And this Star Knight, he's not being fazed, he's not intimidated, by this scary Soul Reaper. And he tells him, like, look at you, you're so scared, like you don't even know how scared you are, you're saying all this stuff about stopping me but not killing me. Pretty much he's telling him, look, you talking big, but you're not doing that. You're just standing there, shaking and quivering. And he tells him, you're so weak, you're not even worth me showing you my level of power. And the next panel, it shows the Soul Reaper screaming. And under that panel, he has a Zanpakuto out, and he's falling to the ground. He gets attacked by this Quincy. But the way it looks is that the Quincy, looks like his arm is up, like he cut him. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure if he cut him or not, but that's how it looks. We'll know how it really looks once it get animated a jillion years from now. So that Soul Reaper goes down. I'm pretty sure he's dead. If he is, oh well. So it goes to Renji, Byakuya, and Star Knight F. So when it cuts to that scene, Renji is surprised to see Byakuya showing up like he did in last chapter. And he tells Renji, like, these lowlifes, they snuck in here, they stained in blood with Sazakibe, and they don't deserve none of your pity, none of that. And Renji was saying, but Captain, I wasn't. And Star Knight F attempts to make a move, and Byakuya was like, hey, you don't move. And he releases his Zenbon Zakura, and that's when Renji tells Byakuya, like, Captain, swords won't work on him. It's useless. So Byakuya states, really, like, that's impossible. There's no way that's true. And we see Star Knight F, he raises his hand, attempting to do something, maybe activate that attack with all those needles. And his hand gets all cut up by Zenbon Zakura. Star Knight F, he looks surprised. Renji looks surprised. He's looking at his hand. Blood is gushing out. And that's when here comes the luchador, Quincy. He comes running. Hey, he tells him, don't, what did he say? He tells him, don't let your blood get damaged so easily. And from what I remember, the blood, that's German for, I think that you translate into blood armor. That's what Kirk was talking about. Anyway, upon him running, he falls on the ground. As he falls on the ground, of course, Renji looks like, what the hell? Byakuya said he damaged the ground, made it weak, so so just in case he was to step on that area, he will fall, and that's what happened. And Byakuya did tell him, like, hey, you shouldn't move either. Bam, he falls down. And I said, good, get him out of the battle. So he says, all right, it's 2 against 1. And Byakuya tells Renji, if my bankai gets sealed, it's up to you to destroy him with your bankai. And Renji never knew about this because you see the panel, he's shocked, like, what do you mean? And he says, in Sazakibe's report, he stated that these Quincy's can seal your bankai. So with that right there, he tells Renji, he said, these are not the kind of enemies that you can fight without a bankai. He was like, so, this right here, these are some serious enemies. And underneath that panel, it shows Kumamura. And he's telling Tessazaimon, like, look, that's why we're going to activate the bankai to see how they actually seal it. And once we see how they do it, we can focus on that. And underneath that, we see Toshiro and his bankai, which you can see, if you notice the details, look like his bankai did get an upgrade. Maybe it's because of that training he did. Well, I'm not going to say maybe, that's obviously the reason it did have a slight appearance difference. And he was telling Rangiku, he was telling her, hey, that's why you're here with me to fight alongside with me, because I'm going to use the bankai. Like, they were purposely using the bankais. So he was telling Rangiku, you're going to fight by my side, and while you're doing that, I'm going to figure out a way. We're going to figure out a way to destroy the seal. And then it switches to Soy Phone. She just says, in a slight arrogant way. It seemed like it was kind of arrogant to me that she was saying, well, if we just kill you before you seal it, it's not going to make no never mind. So they all go bankai. You know, Kumamura goes bankai, Soifon goes bankai, Byaku goes bankai, and Toshiro goes bankai. When they all go bankai, they show the panels of all the Star Knights that they're facing. They all have that face like, motivator please. And next thing you know, you see Star Knight F has the seal in his hand, and it has the Quincy cross emblem on it, and it's, you know, like it's white. And when they all go bankai, their bankais just shatter, evaporate, disappear, however you want to call it. Kumamura, his giant samurai, goes away. Soifon, the giant missile, goes away. Byaku, the petals, go away. Toshiro, the ice wings, everything, it goes away. They're all in shock. They can't believe it. And that's when they show Star Knight F. The seal, it fills up, it turns black, which signifies that they, you know, it's filled with the bankai, that they seal the bankai. And you see the black energy around Star Knight F. And Byaku is looking shocked. And upon when I first read this, I'm thinking, why is he looking shocked when he already knows that they can seal the bankai? But Byaku states, this is not a seal. They took the bankai. You know, they stole it. And that was the end of the chapter right there. It seemed kind of short, yes I know. I believe it was 18 pages long. So now that was the chapter, it's time to get to the thoughts. This is what I thought about the chapter. Okay, let's get to this elite discussion. I did like this chapter. I really did. First off, in the beginning, that one Star Knight, he's one of the Star Knights I like. I'm curious to see what his abilities are. I believe, I don't know why, man. I believe under Buckbeard, he's like the next strongest. I don't know why. Or maybe, you know, he's like the head honcho of the crew outside of, you know, Buckbeard. I'm more interested in seeing what he can do, what he's about. When it switched to Byaku Renji and Star Knight F, I loved it because that's what I wanted to see, and it was done right. Another thing that was done right is how the Luchador Quincy, he's out of picture for now. I know he's not dead. You know, he's out of picture for now, but we know he's going to pop back up in some idiotic way, or right when the Quincy's geared to die, he's going to jump up, or some retarded mess. I already know it. So, but if he's dead, that's messed up, you know, but oh well. And when I say it's messed up, that goes to show like that. I know he can't be that way. He's a star now. I know maybe he's not super strong, but for him just to fall and die, I mean, maybe, depending on how deep it is. Anyway, I do like the fact that despite it all, Star Knight F was still able to get damaged by Byaku. However, Byaku does realize, like, hey, we have to take him down with our bankais. But with him, if he can damage him with his Shikai, he should have figured, okay, the bankai, all right, that's cool, you can take that, but I can still damage you with the Shikai. However, damaging and defeating is two different things. Maybe Byaku does know he cannot defeat Star Knight F with just his Shikai alone. Okay, this is the thing. First off, the art, of course I always love Kubo's art. The art in this chapter, for some reason, seemed extra good, man, especially the panel when Byaku went bankai, right next to him was Kumamura. Everything, the way they showed the split panels of the individuals that they were fighting, you know, the Van and Reach. I really love that. Everything's looked extra crisp in detail. Now, with the Van, you know, it made me think. The one Toshiro was fighting. If you recall in the last chapter, I swear, man, I swear. In the last chapter, we could not see clearly who Byaku was fighting because that Star Knight was in the distance. But Ukitake, he was fighting a Star Knight with black hair. And the one fighting Toshiro has black hair and a cut right here. Yes, I know it could be multiple. There are, you know, multiple Star Knights with black hair. But it seems like, damn, did these switches, they look kind of similar. That's just me. That's just something I noticed. But he still has his hood on. We have yet to see who he is, what he can do, etc., etc. But upon them taking the bankais, you know, I've read in comments, in forum sections, what's the difference? How is it going to work? Sealing or stealing? What's the difference? This the thing. When Byaku was in shock, when his bankai was taken away, it's these possible thoughts that went through his head, the same thing that I thought. Byaku was thinking like, is it gone for good? Number one. Number two, can they use it right back at us? Can they fuse with it? These are the other possibilities you have to consider because you never know. I mean, we were blown away when Kurge did what he did, and he's not even a Star Knight. So if these Star Knights can take the bankai, fuse with them, see if they can't fuse with them, they can just use them. That's even deadly alone. Or see if they can fuse with them. That'd be even deadlier. And then they still have their final holy form. So, I mean, either way, yeah, excuse my French, these Goaty 13 is fucked. And I already know what Kubo is going to do. This is what we're going to get a taste of. We're going to get a sneak peek of bankais we've never seen before. What I mean by that, we're going to get a bankai command release, and we're going to get the look of it. But that's it. For example, Shunchu and Ukutaki, they're going to go bankai. They're going to say the name. They're going to show it. But then it's going to get sealed. I mean, taken right away. Just like with Kensei when he was fighting Wonder Weiss. He went bankai. We didn't see it in action because Wonder Weiss whooped his ass, obviously. But what I think next chapter, 497, I do feel that it's gonna, this time it's really gonna split due to the fact that we haven't seen Hueco Mundo in a while. You know, that's how it seems at least. So I think it's gonna split. If not gonna split, it's gonna go completely back into Hueco Mundo, because with them taking bankais, man, I mean, hey, that's a big thing. But Suifon, honestly, I can see them fusing with their bankai. Here we have Star Knight F. However he was controlling those spikes with his mind, or like in this chapter when he lift up his hand, maybe he's geared to control them. Maybe when he takes Byakuya's petals, you know, his bankai, he can use that in a similar fashion. And Suifon's opponent, the one with the knight helmet, which is shaped like an axe technically, you know, I can see him getting an upgrade through the image of her bankai due to the fact that her bankai, the faceplate, is really meant to go on like this to look at both sides of the eyes, but she used it, you know, just one side. So, and when I first seen it years ago, when they first released her bankai, it reminded me of the way she was standing with it like this. It slightly reminded me of a knight in arm, you know, knight in shining armor with, you know, a joust, you know. And I think when he takes her bankai, maybe if they can fuse with it, I feel that'd be the perfect fit. Kumamura with his opponent, I don't know. Toshiro's what he is, who knows? Too early to tell. But that's my whole thoughts about it, man. I like the chapter. It was good. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't blow your mind, but it was good. It was a big surprise about the fact that the bankais got stolen. So who knows what's gonna happen. All right, now on to the Bleach question of the week. Last week I asked all of my elites, you know, all of you viewers, which one do you think is the fastest, Sanito, Shumpo, or the Quincy movement, Hiren Haiku? Okay, now I'm gonna tell you right now, out of Shumpo, I'll split it in all these categories. I looked at all the comments, all the answers that I felt, you know, were good, because some people just made comments, they really didn't give an answer, they just, you know, put their 2 cents on without even giving a full answer. You know, you have, depends on the strength and the character. You have Shumpo, Sanito, and you have the same, then you have the Quincy movement. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the most, no, I'm going to start from least to most. The least went to Sanito, yes. That was from X10M88. And then the other one went to Zitake. Which, by the way, gave me a very good theory and detailed explanation why he felt the reason why. And you know, and I understand it was cool, but it was the lead, just those two. And as far as people saying the same, like they're all the same and equal, there's only 2 people. One super hollow-fied, and the other one no 2475. Okay, then we go to depends on the strength of the character, because a lot of people are saying it depends, because you know you can be this stronger than this character, but weaker than this character, and it varies. You know, like, we all know Byakuya, he's very fast, very fast. He moved faster than number 7, as we've seen. However, we got to ask ourselves, could he done that with Stark? You know, and Stark has higher spiritual pressure, you know, but you get what I mean. Now, the 3 people who put down that was It's Moro, yes. The other one, Soul Lord T8, and Tamananius. That was, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. That was just 3 people. Now for right here, the Quincy movement, Hiron Haku, you have 4 people: Fable Ghost, Uchi Swag, let's see what's this, Choose Dragon Knight, and Mega Man Joker. And Mega Man Joker, he did say on episode, this is something to think about, episode 319, Uru stated that Hiron Haiku is faster because the Quincy is able to increase their speed by focusing it more, focus more of their energy into the Hiron Haku. That's one thing to think about. But the most, right here, Shumpo. You have Haggles, Ninja Storm, Blood Rifle 1, Monstradamus 1, Rankful, O-Wire 91, and Thor 277. Now, what I feel is that, okay, I'm going to say the ones who gave the best answers, to me, I have to agree with people who said Shumpo and the people who say Quincy Movement. The reason why I say Quincy Movement, because he had a good point how they can focus more of their, spirit energy into the Hiron Haiku, opposed to the Shinigami that have to train. I'm pretty sure the Quincy have to train as well also, but technically you've never really heard the Shinigami say that. Even if it's possible, you have to really go back through the episodes or the manga chapters to really see where they did that or utilized that kind of feature where the Soul Reapers will put their spirit energy and move across, move through the flash stuff, the Shumpo. Okay, now for the Shumpo people, they were making a good point by saying that, look, here you have in the Spada a high rank Arankar, which is a hybrid. And number 7, quote unquote, to be the fastest of them all, he was the one who was making all these different clones and after images. They technically had mass because, you didn't know which one was which. So Byakuya still outdid him. And Byakuya, he's a noble. And Byakuya did state that a noble is blessed with far greater amount of spiritual pressure than others who are not nobles. However, but still, he's just a regular Soul Reaper. No extra trinkets and none of that. No mask or nothing. And he out flash stepped number 7, Zamari. And I'm pretty sure Old Man Yama, he's faster than the whole Espada squad. And he's just a regular Soul Reaper. So it seems like it pretty much goes to Shumpo. So yeah. Alright, so Elites, thank you for everyone who commented and everything. Thank you for that, who gave answers and comment, your 2 cents, everything. Here it is. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Here's the next question. During the fight of in the Fate Katakura time, when Aizen was taking on everybody, laying waste, everything, do you think that was his power he was using, or that was the amplified power of the Hokyoku? Just think about that. When he was dropping everybody, do you think that was because he had the Hokyo in him? Or do you think that was just his regular power, that he was dropping everybody? Tell me what you all think. I know what I think about that, that question, but I'm going to let you know next week. Again, thank you for watching this Bleach chapter review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth the wait. Again, I apologize. This is Captain Visor Ace. I'm signing out.